Good morning, you too, my beloved brothers and sisters. It's Sunday, July 24th, 2016. Gather around this morning and pull up a chair. In this video, I want to share with you a dream that I had night before last regarding martial law. We're going to take a look at, in this video, Hillary Clinton's vice presidential choice, Tim Kaine, and his ties with the Roman Catholic Church and the Order of Jesuits. We're going to take a look at Hillary Clinton. What happened to her? Was it an epileptic seizure? Or was it a form of demonic possession? Whole lot more. Gather around this morning. I'm going to have a little bit of my coffee, and let me know what you are going to share in the comment section right now with Pastor Dave. What are you going to share with PD? Hang on. It has been so unbearably hot the last couple of days that yesterday the heat was kind of taking its toll on me. I've been out there every day with the ministry, but I was getting dizzy. My vision was getting blurred, and lightheadedness, and rapid heartbeat, and I may have had a form of heat exhaustion or maybe heat stroke. I feel a little better today. Tingling in my hands, and my left leg, my knee started to act strange, and I had a numbness down my leg. So we're supposed to have rain all day today, so keep Pastor Dave. There's so much power in your prayers. Keep Pastor Dave lifted up in prayer as we go out with our ministry today, rain or shine. I want to share with you a dream that I had the night before last. I was driving. Get ready. Let's have another sip of coffee. Hang on. I'm almost down to the bottom of the cup here. Now let's start this dream over. It was 2 nights ago, night before last. I was in a large city, metropolitan city, and there were sirens, like air raid sirens going off, and people were running, and I was trying to get out. I was trying to turn around to get out, and I couldn't leave. I was not allowed to leave the city. I could see the tall buildings. People were in panic mode, and they were running, and they were screaming, and there were UN troops in the military camouflage, heavy arms, and there were UN vehicles, and I could tell because they had the blue helmet on, and it had the UN, United Nations insignia on the helmets. Let me take a moment here to kind of just give you an image of what I seen in my. Now, in my dream, the radio, I couldn't get any radio stations on in the car. It was only static. I was trying to get out of the city because this is where everything was taking place. It was full-blown martial law. People were allowed to come in from the freeways, but you couldn't leave. You could come into the big city, but the exits, the turnarounds, everything was barricaded and everything was blocked, and you had UN troops everywhere. I was trying to get out of the city because where I live is a small town, a rural area, but there was no way. Once you got into the city, you were trapped there, and you couldn't get out. And I found this to be a very, very strange dream, especially with what's going on. We're looking at end-time Bible prophecy and what's going on in the world of secret societies and those that belong to these secret clubs, Illuminati. And with the presidential elections just a few months away, I find it odd that Hillary Clinton, need I say more, she picks for her vice president Tim Kaine, who I am not going to come on here and be politically correct. The Roman Catholic Church, the evil atrocities of the Vatican, the Pope, the Jesuits, the atrocities of the Roman Catholic Church, we find them in the book of Revelation. Her vice presidential choice, running mate, Tim Kaine, is a Roman Catholic of the order of Jesuits. He was a missionary with the Jesuits. So I believe all of this evil is tied in. And Hillary Clinton, what did happen to her? It was during a NBC news reporting. Some reporters were asking her questions, and was it an epileptic seizure? Now let me explain. I have been around people that have had epileptic seizures. I used to work, back then it was Heritage Hospital. Now I believe it's part of Henry Ford Hospital. On the physical management team, safety restraints of those, a lot of them were psychiatric patients that needed to be safely restrained so they didn't hurt themselves. But we also ran into those that were having seizures. This doesn't appear to be a seizure to me. It seems more like a possession. And if it is of this Kundalini, let me show you. Kundalini. Now the Kundalini spirit, it comes from Hinduism. It can be traced back to Hinduism. It is a demonic entity, a demonic possession, the snake spirit. Now, in the Christian societies, it resembles, it's like Satan himself. It is very clever and will trick the individuals into believing that this is the Holy Spirit, but there's absolutely nothing holy about this Kundalini awakening, they call it, but it's a Kundalini spirit, evil, demonic possession, snake spirit. And I have been around those. I have been called to attend and to help cast out demons. I have seen demonic possession up close. Now, with the Kundalini spirit, what concerns me on YouTube, there are a lot of Christian channels, and you got to be very careful. What it does, how many, we don't know the person on YouTube's past. Were they involved in this Toronto blessing? Where this Kundalini evil spirit that mocks and mimics the Holy Spirit had crept into the church. Some of the signs is rapid weight loss, and someone that may be a little on the heavy side or a little heavy set. All of a sudden you'll notice a change in them, that they are losing weight. At it seems like a rapid rate. They will go from being very soft-spoken and very calm to being very energetic and trying to bring about this one-world religion. You will see the spirit manifest in many forms, and we see it, and I'm not talking about the Pentecostal movement and the Pentecostal churches. I came from the Pentecostal churches when they get filled with the Holy Spirit. This is kind of mimicking that. That's what it does. It mimics this, but to a whole nother degree. My wife and I attended a church a couple of years ago. I did a video on this, and I believe we witnessed the Kundalini spirit. The pastor of the church was physically trying to knock people over backwards in the spirit. Now these careers, this head jerking and quick motions and jerking motions, I believe that's what we've seen with Hillary Clinton. I believe that this is a form of demonic possession, and it's all tied in. With the dream even of martial law, I cannot see Donald Trump. I cannot see him winning the election. If we're going to come to find out, if they do not declare martial law, Hillary will be accused and she'll get off of tampering with the votes, and she's going to be elected. And if she is elected, it's the same. Many are talking about Barack Obama and a third term. Her becoming president of the United States is a third term, another term for Barack Hussein Obama. And just so much going on in the world. We need to keep on our whole armor of God. We need to be prayed up. In closing, ministry announcements, I want to thank, been very busy the last 2 weeks. I want to thank a precious sister. I put a post on Facebook, all the thousands of friends I have on Facebook. If we could just get $1 to help with our outreach ministry. And the only one that gave out of 6,000 friends on Facebook was a precious sister from Texas who wishes to remain anonymous, and gave all she can is $1. And we've only had one other offering, and it's from Mark through our ProPay. It's better than PayPal. $50 to help with our ministry and outreach to the homeless. I was having a nice dinner with family, and I happened to mention that, and I find this interesting, but I do a video on Hillary Clinton having either a seizure or a demonic possession, and inside of a few hours it's over 5,000 views and climbing. I put out 3 videos on the homeless and it barely reached not even 100 views. And this friend spoke up and said, that's because the majority of the people just really don't care about the homeless. The homeless are just forgotten, not even on their mind. Please keep the homeless in your thoughts and prayers. I'll put a link to how you can support our ministry and outreach to the homeless